Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today we are bringing you one of my customers' caravans. Now, he is generously offering this caravan as a complete package for anyone looking to get into caravanning, because he's including everything, literally the kitchen sink. I can tell you it's a Swift Lifestyle 400. And it is a 2-berth caravan. Its mass running weight is 850 kilos, and the reason he chose this model was he didn't need a terribly large vehicle to tow it with. He had a 1600cc car, and he bought it and it had been hardly used, and he hasn't used it a great deal since. It's been nicely stored and it's surprisingly clean for a caravan that dates back to the year 2000. Now, I will run through with you a little bit about what I know about the caravan and tell you what comes with the caravan, but I've just taken it for a little towing session myself. The brakes have been checked, the hitch has been greased, and the kind of once over it's been given tells me it is safe for you to take it on any onward journey. It hasn't been used since last year, and I'm making this video in May 2021. Now, it's almost 4 meters long and it's slightly over 2 meters wide, and then you've got to add a bit on top for where the towing hitch is. But in regards to its internal dimensions, it's a compact van. But having just had a quick look and been shown around by the previous owner, I'm pretty certain there's everything you need in there for a caravan in holiday away. Now, I'm going to start at the front, and I've got a whole bunch of keys here, so you're going to have to bear with me as I try and match the lock with the key. And it comes with these keys, and I'm going to have to sort of guess which is which. Now, let's see if I get lucky. In the front here, there are 2 caravan bottles, gas bottles I should call them, not caravan bottles. And hopefully with some luck that should open up. And when I say it comes with everything, there's gas in one of those 2 bottles. There's the spare wheel sits in here. There's a cable to connect your caravan up when you're at the campsite. And there's a garden hose here for filling up the water tanks, and pretty much everything you need, including the device you use to wind down the little legs on the back, and that sits in this little box. So that's all present and correct. I noticed it has a Alco hitch on here, which is very easy to operate actually, and the towing socket, jockey wheel, all the sort of things that you would expect. And having checked all round, all the glass is in, all the plastic is in good order. There isn't any damp inside, and he's never suffered any damp issues. So you can be rest assured that you're not going to be find yourself being rained on if you take this caravan away when it's raining. It does have a pull-out canopy, which is made by Suncamp. Now, my understanding is it pulls out, it doubles up the size of the caravan, so it's not an awning, it's just a canopy. And there's actually another one underneath the seats. So this van comes with 2 canopies, one of which is fitted to the side, the other one is under one of the seats. Now, you've got various ports and bits and pieces which you need to be aware of. Now, I'm new to caravanning, even though I've owned a camper van and motorhome for many years. I've never had a caravan, so you have to bear with me, because there's probably going to be a few things here which I'm not accustomed to. That's lucky. Now, this is like an outdoor storage box, which looks to be waterproof. This point over here, that seems to slide up, and that's a gas point, so if you wanted to run an outdoor barbecue, you can plug it in there. This is one of the 4 legs, and if you can see, that bolt is what you unscrew to bring that foot down, and that's all got jumbo feet, plastic jumbo feet on the bottom to help spread the load. And tyres are in good condition. This is the fridge, vents in and out, and there's a vent on the side there. I'm going to get inside in a minute, but I'm just going to run through all of the pertinent points. You might be interested in the little Swift badge there, and there's your 846. On top it's 1040 kilos. This is where, when you arrive at a campsite, you unplug this. I've done a pretty bad job of that. Oh, sorry, this is actually an external 240 supply, so I'm guessing that if you did have an awning on the side, that's how you might power anything through that particular one. This is the back of the van, and we've got a window where the kitchen is, and this is where the loo is, and that's why it's a piece of opaque plastic. And just looking at it there, it is clean and tidy. It has just had a wash, to be honest, but it does clean up quite nice, considering it's actually 21 years old. Remarkable. Now, if you want to know where you empty the loo, I'm going to save you from this, but basically there's a Thetford box here, there's a key in here, press this button, you take the cartridge out, and then you go and empty that. This box here will show you where the battery goes, and it's had a new leisure battery fitted in recent times, and this is where you would plug the van in when you're on a campsite. So, new battery, and that's a leisure battery, and that's designed for being run down to very low cycles. Now, these 2 points here, this is where your wastewater goes, and I told you it comes with everything. It comes with a grey waste tank, and it also comes with a freshwater tank. So this is where you would empty that. You may notice that it's got a TV aerial on the top, and at the front here, this is the area where you would plug into here the water pump, which is included, drop that down into your tank, and then this will give you the water supply running straight out of a bottle, which we've got round the corner, so that's included. And this is a drain hole to make sure your boiler is completely emptied out, and that's the boiler vent there. So inside it has running cold water and hot water, and I'm going to run through what's inside the separate toilet area so you can see the facilities. So we're back round to the other side. So that's externally nice and clean, good condition, been well looked after. I don't think it's seen a huge amount of use, and when we get inside you'll see how nice and fresh it is inside, and I think it's probably had an easy life. Now, while we're outside, these are a couple of steps which help you get in. They are included. This is the water container I was telling you about. There's a small vacuum cleaner. There's something to hang out your spare clothes. Here's the submersible water pump, which goes onto this tank, and there's a broom and a candle to roll that water tank back from the water collection point on the caravan park. Now, this is the stable door. You can do that with these, of course, hence the stable door. And inside, that stable door can shut back up again, and there's a blind which runs down to close that window. And up here I've noticed we've got a little porch light and then some running lights for the caravan underneath the awning. Well, I'm glad I put that there. This is the owner's handbook, which is very handy to have, and this will tell you everything you need to know about the caravan. I had a flick through there, and quite honestly, everything is covered, and it's nice that it's still got its manual. Now, there's mats on top of mats here. A very house-proud owner who has 3 doormats, well, that's the standard one, and I think there's 2 on top, so actually 3 doormats. I'm going to take my shoes off like any good guest should, and inside I go, and let's have a look. Now, As I mentioned, it's about 4 meters by 2 meters, and let's have a look what's inside. So I can tell you that this area, rather comfortable, really nice condition, all of these pillows. It smells nice and fresh in here. This converts into a bed area, and that's done by pulling out this fellow all the way across, and it forms the bottom of the bed, and so you've got a very large double bed here. You've got a variety of drawers. This, I've got a bedside lamp, of course that is included, and then you've got a table which can pull out here and give you a nice table so you can sit down and have a cup of tea and watch the world go past. You've got drawers underneath. Let's shut this little table up. It's all very easy to operate, actually. It's quite intuitive once you get the hang of it. Of course, you've got curtains, you've got blinds for fly screens, and then you've got blackout blinds for complete privacy. A couple of lamps here, one up at the top, and you have also a built-in voltmeter. Now obviously you need to turn the power on, and you can turn on your power from here, and then you can just check to see how much power you've got in your battery and switch the pump on, etc, etc. So, and that shows you the van battery, and you can see it's right up there. So let's switch that back off, or usually you might have it in the middle if you wanted that to work. So I'm switching it off because I want to save the battery. A carbon monoxide alarm, and this rather nice feature, they generously left a little TV here, so let's sit down. There's a small television on a bracket, and underneath it is an electric aerial. There's also one on the roof, and while I was looking through, the previous owners kindly left a couple of these aerial fly leads in if you do need to plug any other aerials in. But as I say, there is an aerial on the roof, which I think is a matter of plugging into there. So there's a selection of electric points all around the Caravan. I'm going to point to some that I've noticed. I think there was one down there. Now that's going to help you plug in any of your 240 watt supply, but of course that will only work when you are actually plugged into the mains at a Caravan site. Now I've mentioned all the blinds, these high level cupboards, there's plenty of them, and I'm 6'1", and I can comfortably stand up in here right to this end. Now let's have a look in these cupboards. These have been emptied out. These are the fly leads we've seen. This one's empty as well. Oops. And these are some sleeping bag liners. We got a little casserole pot there. These are some tea towels. And what's going to fall out of this one? There's plenty of towels in there. Now you may well want to use your own, but they're included. They all look very clean and well laundered to me. There's a wardrobe. I'm going to open that up. I've got a high level shelf up here. I've also got a bracket for the television if you just wanted to use it inside the house. This is where your electric fuse box is. And I've got a table here which sits inside. Now this slides out, but it's kept in here for storage, and it can go straight across there, so you can eat a meal indoors, and I'm guessing you could take it outdoors as well, of course. Kindly, we've got things like some travel rugs. There's a basket at the back for extra storage, and there's a tray at the side, and there's an unused pair of thermal Crocs. How generous. They're going to be left in there. I don't think you're going to get cold in this van, and the reason I know that is that you've got the ability to either have the gas heater, and it's also got an electric heater in front of it. So if you're running low on gas, use this electric heater. And I can tell you that in that cupboard down at the bottom, which I've just sort of pointed to, that one there, there's also another fan heater. So don't expect to get cold, not in this camper van. And then you've got a nice little side light for when you're in bed reading. I think I've covered the main points. I think you're aware that these two sofa areas turn into a bed. Underneath these mats, the carpets are really clean, pretty immaculate really considering the age, and we've got plenty of over rugs here, which has kept it nice and clean. Underneath here we've got some more cupboards. Quite an adventure really. So we've got a parasol, we've got the grey water tank, and then we've got some sort of Caravan parts, I'll describe them, in a box. This looks like where I can turn on the heating system. That's just here. And then on the other side, I think I told you that there was a additional canopy for outside. That fits in here. And then you've got some cleaning materials, and you've got some more Caravan parts, the odd door handle, that sort of thing. So this is all included. So plenty of storage, and obviously if you get to it from the top, it's easy to get, just pull it from underneath these pillows, but there's also access. And you can see there's heating vents on the left and the right. Little breathing lights are built in here. Now I've got the electric off at the moment, but that's how that would work. You've got quite a sizable fridge, and there's something here which keeps your frozen goods clean. And this looks to work off the mains. It looks like it works on gas as well. So it's probably a three-way fridge, I think is what these are called. Forgive my lack of product knowledge. You've got, everyone likes a cup of tea, and of course you have plenty cups of teas there. And now this is the lid which goes on that water butt there, so that just lives inside there. Now we're getting there. I promised you a look in the bathroom area. Now it's bright and airy in here because it's got its own window. Now there's a shower tray which has got a mat in it, which is built into the floor, and then this lifts up and that's your shower head, but it's also the tap to your sinks, and there's the water, hot and cold there, mirrored either side. Hello, this is me. And of course there's the loo, and there's an indicator to tell you if you need to empty or not. And I think that's pretty obvious what goes on in here. And there's a skylight, and there's an electric light up at the top. Plenty of space. This has got plenty of cups and saucers and plates and everything you need really to cook a meal on the move. There's that looks like a little cooking oil in there. There's some cups. Here's a teapot and some chopping boards, plastic cups and some bowls. This is where the kitchen side of things happen, and here we have a 4 hob gas grill. This is some more pans in here. This looks like the grill area underneath, and you've got an oven. Now I need to pull that over for that to open, and there's a manual kettle, or non-electric kettle, and some additional items. And here are some cooking trays, nice storage, and there's the grill that you would use in here, of course. Very kindly, there's your corkscrew, tin opener, all the cutlery, scissors, everything you need. There's another cupboard here that looks like a toaster, and there's a flask, and there's some more pans and a colander and more plates and jug. That looks like everything you need to get cooking, and a electric kettle too. This is the little plug which you put in the side of the boiler because you want to drain that down in the winter, of course. And of course here's your sink, and I've noticed that it is possible to just move that in the right direction. You can cover the sink over and that becomes a chopping board as well if you like. Generous amounts of space, and that just sits up there for your draining board, but I guess in transit you'd have that down and you'd probably put that back in there. You've got plenty of room underneath here. You've got obviously a large window at the back and the blinds. We've already looked in these cupboards. There's a large skylight, fire extinguisher, and I guess that's your main switch when you come in. That would turn the electric on and off. As I say, I'm disconnected at the moment to save the battery, but it has got a new battery. Well, I think I pretty much showed you everything you need to see inside and outside this rather nice Swift Challenger Caravan from the year 2000. There are plenty of mats on the floor to keep everything nice and clean. A couple of mats there as well. The carpet is very clean inside, very fresh. And if I just pan that around slowly, And if you look at the ceiling, it's not marked. The walls are, and all the woodwork is in excellent condition. It's very bright and airy in here because there's frankly glass and plastic double glazing everywhere, and a big skylight at the back, plenty of lights. I think this is everything you need to enjoy a bit of camping this year. It's the year of the staycation apparently, so if ever there's been a time to get into caravanning, well, I guess you could buy an inexpensive one like this first and it would be a good first caravan. Or if you don't use it a lot and you really don't want to spend too much money, then this one's perfect. So I'm just going to step out and I'm just going to run through some of those high level facts as I finish up. Put my shoes back on and just remind you, this has a weight of 850 kilos, but then there's a plate underneath that talks about 1040, so I don't know if that's what it is when it's fully loaded up with your stuff. We've got a canopy. It's in good condition. I can't see any real sort of serious dents and damage and scratch. It looks like it's been looked after very nicely and it's cleaned up well. It has been tested and we've driven it on the back of my works van actually, and that's not a huge van, that's a 1600cc diesel Ford Connect van, and there she is. Well, I've never done a caravan walk around before, but I'm helping out a good customer by finding a home for his lovely little caravan, and I've got a feeling that this is going to be quite popular because it's in such good condition for an older van, and I think at the price point it's going to be a great little starter caravan for someone. Well folks, thank you for watching the video. This caravan is available for collection in North Hampshire, postcode RG25. It's here now and we're just about to hit a bank holiday weekend. So thank you for watching this rather long video about a caravan that we have for sale here at Bradley James. Danny signing out. Thank you.